along the way I got to see some NYU students. Man, I wish we could go to college instead of working in the sweatshop. Only if we had enough money.
Trust me, I know. I just came from Fifth Avenue.
I wish we could all be that wealthy, but we never will with this job. We don't get paid enough. How do they expect us to live off $2 a week?
Not only do we get $2 a week, we have to work 52 hours in that week. But what else can we do? Without this job, we have nothing.
It's ridiculous. And before we leave, they check us just to make sure we didn't steal any clothes.
And for what? They just keep the doors locked just so we won't steal the clothes. Well, and keep those unions out.
And the working conditions are terrible. In the winter, it's freezing, and in the summer, I feel like I'm being cooked to death. I think I might want to join one of those worker unions.
Yankee, you may be too young. I mean, you're only 16.
I don't care. It's not fair how they treat us. How else are we going to get their attention if we don't go on strike?
Did you hear what the judges say? When you strike against God.
Strike against God? What makes them think they have the right to say something like that?
Well, in America, we have to work up to the world. I guess that's what makes them say that.
Come on, we better start getting to work. I don't want to get in trouble for talking again. I heard one girl got fired for talking.
I agree. I already have 2 strikes. One more and I'm out.
You smell that?
I think that's the smell of smoke. Can't be anything too bad. This place is pretty secure.
Secure? This house isn't secure. There's men smoking everywhere and no one wants to hire you. That ain't secure. That's dangerous.
Hey! What's that coming out of the 8th floor windows?
I think that's
celebrating for Greek Easter, the militia set up machine guns on the hill above the miners' tent. Well, then they proceeded to fire upon the tents where the women and children were staying and set fire to the tents. John D. Rockefeller is often accused for this horrible event, but what is his side of the story?
I, Johnny Rockefeller, was not involved or had any knowledge of this event at all.
John D. Rockefeller was ultimately responsible for the events that took place at Ludlow.
Now it is time for a battle between 2 of the most powerful people of the time. Mother Jones, an activist who believed in rights for the miners and was largely affected by the Ludlow Massacre, and me, John D. Rockefeller, the man who happened to own the mine that was attacked by the militia. Hello, Miss Jones. Thank you for making this long trip out here to New York to meet with me on this important subject. It must be addressed before you and those rabble-rousing miners do any more damage to my business.
I am glad we could discuss terms before your militia decide to attack the miners again, or the ones they love.
My militia?
Yes, sir, your militia indeed, the ones responsible for the torment of the miners and finally the death of many of their wives and children.
Ma'am, your false statement is quite appalling. I am a businessman. I employ thousands of employees, and you are threatening the livelihood of every single one of them.
Well, you may not have directly ordered the attack upon the camps. However, though, you did show support for the Colorado Fuel and Iron Company, the company who own or employ the militia.
I have shown support simply because those are my workers. I have a reputation of showing nothing but kindness and respect to my employees. Also, were you aware that when the militia fired, no bullets directly hit any women or children?
Yes, sir. However, though, the militia did douse the tents with gasoline and burn them to the ground, while the women and children suffocated underneath the tents, from the youngest of 4 months to the oldest of 45 years of age.
I was not aware of this until now. That should only be a testament to the fact that I am innocent.
Mr. Rockefeller, the only thing that you are proving is your negligence towards this act. You are simply trying to wash your hands of it.
Now, calm down. We are here to talk, as I understand. I was not a part or any way involved in this act. All I can give you is my word. That's all I can give anyone. And if you can't believe me, we have a problem.
Mr. Rockefeller, justice is blind and is often swayed by the rich and powerful. However, the average citizen is impervious to these lies. You wrote this letter to one of your associates at the Colorado Fuel and Iron Company. We feel feel that what you have done is right and fair, and that the position you have taken in regard to the unionizing of the mines is in the interest of the employees of the company. Whatever the outcome, we will stand by you to the end. Signed, John D. Rockefeller.
There is no denying I sent that letter. However, my actual beliefs do not follow as this letter says. I must follow the militia. I must stand by them, because we all know what they are capable of. And if they were to find out that I was rebelling against them, bad things would happen. The man responsible would be the one in charge of the militia. He makes his own decisions, and he rarely notifies anyone of his decisions, including me. You may have heard of him. Lamont Bowers?
Yes, sir, I have heard of that name. He is the leader of the militia, but he is also a name that resembles destruction, dreams ground to mere dust, and the torment of miners. Mr. Rockefeller, ask yourself, what does your name mean to people?
My name means to people a leader, a beacon of hope, a giver, a philanthropist, and a self-made, sensible man. Do I sound like a killer to you?
The Transcontinental Railroad was originally called the Pacific Railroad and was 1,907 miles long, reaching from San Francisco Bay to Council Bluffs, Iowa. There were 3 main companies involved: Union Pacific, Western Pacific, and Central Pacific companies. Rockefeller, who you will probably see today over there, decided to fund with the Transcontinental Railroad with some money. Even though the railroad was well funded and wasn't very miserable, there were still some risky ways of working. Possibly 1,200 people died during the time.
It was tough work. The weather was variable and the conditions were harsh. But overall, it was good pay, good food, and good shelter. The Central Pacific had to navigate many mountains, dig many tunnels, and build many bridges. It was a truly magnificent engineering feat.
So, my name is Nikola Tesla. Some people call me the master of lightning or the master of electricity, but I wasn't always called these names. I developed a reputation through inventions and stuff like that. So, in 1888, I was working for Thomas Edison, and we were working on improving his DC motor. So I didn't like this job, improving his motor, so I quit the job and made my own motor, which was one of my best inventions, called the AC motor. In 1898, I made a remote-controlled boat, which was one of the first, and I swam it in a lake in New York. So this is a Van de Graaff generator. So to understand the Van de Graaff generator, we must understand static electricity. Everybody knows what static electricity is, right?
Yeah.
Okay, and so Robert Jemison Van de Graaff invented the Van de Graaff generator for his early particle accelerators. Well, there's a motor on the bottom that's connected to a wheel, and the wheel is connected to these, which I like to call my carpets. And so there's another wheel at the top, so when I turn it on, it spins the wheel and spins these and makes static electricity. And so then the protons are emitted to this output terminal, and so when I put this input terminal next to it, they will zap and the protons go from here to there and then back through the short wire in here. So the wheel is turning. So it looks like that. It goes from here to there. He touches it. If he feels something really strong, humans are good conductors. If he feels a little medium shock, we're okay conductors. If he doesn't feel anything, humans are really bad conductors. So when SK touches it, you might well feel a little jolt. But if you let go of the electricity flowing through all of our bodies,
Pullman was born in Brockton, New York, and dropped out of high school at the age of only 14. Later in life, he moved to Chicago with the hope of inventing the nation's very first comprehensive sewer system. He was a tough and greedy man. He made his own town, Pullman, in Illinois, and saw it as his utopia, because all of his employees that worked for the
Pullman Palace Car Company had to buy from his stores and live in his houses, so all the money would go back into his pockets. Okay, so we're gonna need like 5-ish volunteers to be Pullman workers. We're giving you 5 days, Pullman, 5 days to hire the workers' wages and cut down their work hours, or else you'll own a bankrupt or useless company. We're gonna go on strike. Yeah, okay. Fine.
Good day, ladies and gentlemen. I am Houdini, one of the greatest showmans in the world. I'm a magician, and people around the globe are amazed by my miraculous ability to change the world of entertainment. When the world watches me, they forget about their difficulties. I played an important role during the Industrial Revolution by encouraging people to invent things for me to escape from, in entertaining when there are bad times, and my use of technology. I was born
in the year of 1886, on the 4th of May, hundreds of workers met in Chicago, Illinois, at the Haymarket, a large business venue, to complain about harsh conditions in Chicago factories. They met at the Haymarket because of a man who was shot and killed the day before by a policeman while going on strike for more pay per week.
During all the madness created by hundreds of shouting men, 8 anarchists, all German but one, decided to cause more trouble than was needed. As the police started to march in with riot shields, a man unknown to this day threw a bomb and caused chaos, death, and destruction. 8 policemen were killed immediately, and after the bomb went off, hundreds of people turned and attacked one another. By the end of the day, there were more than 20 dead and countless numbers of injuries. Could you imagine being a part of that?
We will now demonstrate for you what happened on that fateful day of May 4th, 1886. We need 8 courageous volunteers. Okay, let's go. You pick them. I'll get it off.
Matthew, Bradley, Leggett,
I'm Noah.
Noah, sorry. Annalise, you, pink jacket, blue jacket.
The vision that I did for a car for everyone. Now with this group of young men that I had asked to join my company, we started work on our first model. The first Model A, which is not these, was a great learning point for all of us. Then our second model was the $600 4-door cylinder Model N, which became the best-selling car in the country. But I had a bigger vision for a cheaper, better car that I would build for the multitude. So with my hand-picked group of workers, we set off to build this car we all had in our visions. Finally, we came up with the Model T.
You guys did the assembly line, which illustrates the fundamental principles of mechanization. The factory back then, the machines back then, were not built for safety, and so it caused many injuries and fatalities, especially for the women. In 1819, the government passed the Cotton Mills Act, which stated that kids under the age of 9 could not work in factories. It also said that kids ages 9 through 16 could only work 12 hours a day in a factory. Parents tell you to be fortunate for not having to go through child labor. You should believe them because they are right. Instead of getting an education, you'd be working in a factory all day. And instead of playing sports after school, you'd still be working in a factory after midnight. Now here are some pictures.
And I am living for you alone. Did I remember to say I'm lost without you, and just how mad about you I've grown? You were in my arms, and that was all I knew. We were alone, we two. What did I say to you? Did I remember to tell you I adore you and pray forevermore you're mine? pray for